Prepare yourselves, fools. This program contains graphic language like fuck, shit, and cunt. It also contains discussions about violence and graphic descriptions of gore, such as cunt punning a dead nun while the entrails and blood splatter your face in your new shirt. I digress. This show is for adults, so dispose of your children as you see fit. Now silence and enjoy the show.
Bigfoot, undisputedly the world's most entertaining cryptid. Join the Reverend Jeff Kelly and your old pal Wes as they discuss the best and worst the media has to offer. Movies, books, TV shows, commercials, all on Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly.
Welcome everybody to the Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. I am one of those who's the Reverend Jeff Kelly, and we are here. We're going to be talking about Bigfoot Mystery from 1997. Right now, it's available on Netflix. It's the one with the green grass with the footprint in it. It's called Bigfoot Mystery, and it will be from here further referred to as Douchebag with the Drums in the Woods. That's what this one is going to be called, Douchebag with the Drums in the Woods. However, it's definitely an interesting take on Bigfoot, and we're going to get to talking about this. The other host of this show is your old pal Wes, who can't count the number of fingers that I'm holding up.
Started.
And he's definitely not going to be able to talk for a minute or two because he literally can't count the number of fingers I'm holding up. So, hey, it's kind of like that. We swung this one together in the middle of the night last night. He's like, "Hey, dude, we didn't pick a show this week." I'm like, "Nope." He's like, "You still got Netflix?" I'm like, "Here, let me check to see if the bill's paid." "Yeah, I got Netflix." He's like, "Cool, there's a new one on there." Doug Hudson of Clone FX, that's KLONEFX.com. You moron, you should have thought about radio ads or speaking ads. Anyhow, he shot this one over to me. Because it's got a really cool costume in it, and we'll talk about that later on in the show. So let's get at it there, Mr. Wesley Losner of Lounge.
All right. Sorry. Okay. So this one starts out like it was made in what, 97? So it starts out
97.
Yeah, and it shows Patty, the whole footage, and then it kind of gives you like this definition, Sasquatch, something fucking bipedal, what's the fuck,
Oh yeah, the definition, Bigfoot, Sasquatch down, yeah. Bigfoot, bipedal man ape creature of something. I'm like, who's that ain't come out of Webster's.
Yeah. But so at this moment, I'm trying to like remember, like, because we just watched it, today and everything, and I'm like trying to remember, like, holy fuck, I've seen this, and then I start hearing the and then they show the douchebag with the drums.
Douchebag with the drums in the woods.
Yeah, so he's sitting here playing in the snow and shit, which is this whole fucking movie is going to be this guy playing his drums. Just a spoiler alert there. But yeah,
douche in the woods.
So there's like pictures of snowy trees, and then they're like,
why did they pick the middle of the freaking winter to go out there and film all of this? I have no. Hey, but let's wait till the snow falls. It'll be so pretty.
And so you understand, if you haven't seen this episode, okay? Like, try and imagine Stephen King with some 80s hair metal hair. It's totally
and about 90 pounds.
But yeah, Just with those big old square glasses, just and out there looking for Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. I went on this camping trip and, nothing really happened or nothing, but I got this real bad stench and I left there pretty much believing that Sasquatch was real. And I was like, oh, I'm in it. Let's get to it. Holy shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because that's when he was telling the story and shit. And then, of course, they show him drumming some more. Then they show Patty's going to be, her walking across is going to be shown through like every commercial break for this documentary.
Right, like every 8 minutes, we'll get Patty walking across the screen of some sort or another.
You're like, oh! But yeah, so right after that, you see Goat Mountain, Oregon, 96, and they show this like film. And you're like, was this a Bigfoot sighting? Because like you never seen it before, and they only showed a piece of it. But it's the fucking thing that they make later on in the documentary. But they did it exactly how they did the Patty thing to make you think like this actually fucking happened. And then they just left it. They didn't explain that one or nothing, like they showed that little tidbit. It pissed me off. I don't know. That's why I went on that little tangent right there. But anyways, right after that is when they started doing that. Like they showed little bits of the radio show, and the announcers.
I was like, oh great, this guy. You literally don't have enough content, so you're like, hey Ricky, grab your shit. I got us on a radio gig. We could all go talk about Sasquatch on the radio with these guys. Quick, grab your camera. And, of course, they get the one douchebag calling, hey, I've been an American hunter my whole damn life. And some Englishman thinks he's going to come up over here and up show us. What the heck? It's like,
dude.
Yeah, that one guy calls in. That was the friggin' intern in the other room calling in to talk to
us. Just talking shit. But, and that's what it sounded like to me. There's no way that an actual person talks like that.
No, that was the intern calling in from booth B. They're in booth A working. That's the intern. They can see him calling in. I mean, that's the messed up thing.
Yeah, because nobody's that dumb. Nobody.
No. That's the first guy that gets on the random call in, really?
But
all right, now Mario, look, can you be a hillbilly? Oh, that's good. Okay, go get in booth B and call into booth A and act like a hillbilly again. Be mad at this Englishman for coming over here to film Bigfoot. Okay, yeah. Just really give him hell too, man. Oh, that's good radio there, boys.
So,
right
after that, they fucking, where the fuck are we? So what's his name? The wildlife camera guy that they introduced. He's like a Brit. And
yeah, God, I wish I knew this guy's name because he was legit. He really was legit.
His name down.
I didn't either. Sad. So sad. I'll get his name. You just keep talking. I'll go grab his name from my
so
because he deserves some credit. He really does.
And he's going to go to Oregon to investigate and everything. So then from there, they cut into the Patty film again. And the Lord himself, Larry Lund. The awesome guy.
The Lundster. Oh, I love me some Lundster, dude. That guy was my hero for a long time, dude. He really was. This was 1997 when this first came out. And yeah, Larry was a pimp. Not Bigfoot Munster.
He's busting out that VHS.
Oh, dude, he's like, yeah, this was sent to us from somebody I've never seen. I don't know what footage he was talking about. Then when he busted out that first video cassette, he's like, yeah, this was sent to me from a friend it was sent to him, and we're pretty sure it's a guy in a costume, but not really. We haven't verified it yet. And he played it, and all we get was on the screen.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see what the hell that footage was.
Yeah. And then from there, Larry Lund and
well, I can't get that guy's name because the Bigfoot mystery doesn't exist in IMDb, and that's the only name that they gave us as the name of the show. So Bigfoot mystery doesn't exist, and
it's monster mystery or something.
No, it's literally said Bigfoot mystery at the beginning of this friggin' video.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I'd love to give you some credit, bro, but if you don't even have an IMDb entry for this piece of crap, not much I can do for you. Sorry, British guy with a camera, wildlife photographer, somebody such and such.
Stop right there. I already know who can fucking find this. Cameron Young.
Cameron Young,
probably in the fucking thing. Cameron Young will have the answer before the end of the fucking show. I guarantee it. Watch. Money's on Cameron. So Larry London, I don't know who the fuck he was with. Maybe the camera guy that we're trying to figure out, or it was the fucking drummer dude. But they talk about the breast swing in the video.
Oh yeah, they see him swing right into view. Woohoo! Nobody's gonna fake that. That would just be, why would you fake something like that? That nobody wants to fake something like that.
So I think Drummer Boy was also in charge of the fucking score of the fucking documentary, because I feel like he had one of those, like, you know, those little keyboards that maybe had like 18 keys that you put like this square battery in and shit, because that's what starts playing, you know, right after one of those scenes. And I wrote that down because it was like, holy shit, like this sounds so shitty. Like, from there, oh, this is the hair guy. They introduced Dr. Henner Fehrenbach.
His name. Yeah, that guy.
The hair guy. He was the guy talking
was Nova Crunchy. He has spoken about the Bigfoot in times, and he reminded me of Lady Elaine. No, not Lady Elaine. Who was the crazy chick that lived in the merry-go-round on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood in the land of make believe? That was not Mary Jigglesky. You think that's funny, Wes? Well, you know what? Now we have to explain it, and here it comes.
Unfunnily, words every place. Fuck.
A musical.
It's a touching made-up story of Wes's lingual torture of the English language. Hear from Wes's high school teacher, Mary, last name withheld for anonymity.
Fuck you, Miss Jigglesky.
On the challenges of learning just what fuck means today. We catch up with Wes on the north lawn of the school, engaged in conversation with other school children. Let's listen in.
All right, so it's 50 and 8, 35 a half eighth, and if you guys want some wax, I got some killer shatter right now for 40 a gram. But don't fuck around, guys. Cash only.
Hey, Billy, what's marijuana's? What's shatter?
I don't know, dude, but whatever this guy's selling, I'll buy it.
Billy, you're 4. Where'd you get money?
Anyhow, moving right along,
Larry the Lund Fantabulous starts talking about hoaxing, and this is when he's showing the video the good Rev was talking about earlier. And from there, the camera guy, he's like standing out in the rain, he's eating a muffin, and he's talking some bullshit. And then this is when the drummer dude gets to drum some more, so he's out there fucking beating his shit.
And he stops everything and listens for a response. Like, I guess he's waiting for treat, like treat.
Oh, this
it's like for a Squatch drummer to
replay. To the max. Yeah. No, yeah, he was weird. And then the Dr. Hair guy, Henner Urbanbacher, or whatever the fuck, he talks sightings and stuff like that. So he talks like about certain old sightings around the area or whatever. And so then the camera guy, whatever the fuck, that's what I'm calling him because I don't know his name. The camera guy drives and he talks and he's he busts out this little tape fucking Ron Moorhead's tapes and starts playing those, and they talk about that shit for a minute.
Oh my god, I just wanted to puke. I just every time I see even a documentary from the 90s about those, they aren't real, people. I'm sorry, the Sierra Sounds, they claim that they caught them from 30 or 40 yards away from inside their little crap house that they lean to that they built, and they hung this microphone out there and they caught them, but you can literally hear the clipping in the microphone from somebody sitting in front of the microphone making those sounds. So for what I know about equipment and what Backdorf knows about sound, it's crap. Anyhow, sorry.
I second that. And then, so from there, they talked to Sergeant Todd. Yeah, see, Cameron's already in the messages telling me what it is. So they talked to Sergeant Todd Neese, and then he tells his sighting story of what he saw when he was, I'm guessing, in some sort of military, and he had a sighting near some rock quarry or some shit. He saw 3 of them.
The cameraman's name was John Waters. Thank you, Cameron Crawford Young, to the rescue, of course. The show is actually called Bigfoot Monster Mystery, and it was made by the BBC. The cameraman's name was John Waters. So let's see if I can find that on IMDb, and we can get a little more information about dude. Because, I mean, dude's legitimately living in the woods trying to... There's no such thing as Bigfoot Monster Mysteries on IMDb either. So there's that. Anyhow, but at least he knows what the name of the guy was, and the guy's name was John Waters. So thank you very much, Mr. Young. We are very much appreciated.
We need a nickname for him.
He's like our statistician.
Yeah.
We could call him Tattoo.
Or Data.
We call him Tattoo. D-Plane.
So from there, from Todd Neese, they talk with the camera guy, whatever the fuck you said his name was, Mr. Squatter.
John Waters.
Squatter, what the fuck? And the drummer guy. So then fucking, this is what I thought was awesome. This drummer, he is just, I don't know how to fucking explain this guy. So the camera guy and the fucking drummer and some lady and probably someone else are sitting at like a candlelit table talking Bigfoot and shit.
That was kind of creepy.
It was just so weird. Like,
yeah, but you and I were sat in a picnic table 20 miles from the middle of no one with only a pint bottle of water for friggin' light on top of your friggin' phone.
That was like, so crazy how that.
But that was for like a week, light. Dude. That was just like so creepy.
That was so nuts how that was like a fucking perfect enough light for us. So. Rowdy showed us that, right? Or
yeah. It was like a perfect lantern.
It really was. Fucking now I'm lost. Oh, so yeah, after that weird fucking
douche in the woods with drums,
candle table or whatever. Lund shows some foot casts, and then he shows one of Shaq's fucking shoes.
Right.
And he shows it as comparison and everything. They go back to that dinner table, and fucking the dude, the fucking creepy weird guy with the glasses, the drummer guy, tells camera guy, go see this creepy fucking weird fuck in the mountains, and I can't guarantee that he's not a fucking wackadoo. Which I'm telling you, he's a fucking wackadoo.
Right. Like, I ain't gonna tell you that you're gonna be safe around this guy, but go see Go see Inspector
Keep your
Gadget up
arse
there at the
on a
logging
swivel,
camp,
son.
and and make sure you have your cell phone with you so it fucking better work, because you might need to call for some help.
Yeah. So from there, these two hunters, Woody and Wes,
Right.
take fucking the camera guy to go see this little fucking troll guy.
This troll, he was a hobbit. He was
Howard
definitely a hobbit.
Hall is his name. Howard Hall.
And he lives up
And
on the mountain. He's an off the grid logger.
He is batshit crazy. He is off her meds Mary crazy. Like, no joke. And like, they fucking just go fucking follow this fucker out in the woods. So from there, they cut to the drummer guy, and he's in the dark, all right? And he's fucking, it's like, now, like, how far I am from the camera right now, right? He's, like, clear against the wall. You know what I'm saying? And he's in the dark, and he's in, like, this, like, it's what he is, like, made into a fucking office, but it's also, like, he has hoarder tendencies. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's a tiny little speck in the screen talking to you, and he's like surrounded by piles of junk, and he's sitting here fucking talking to you and shit. It was just this fucking creepy fucking area.
You got to come up here and stay for a while. You ought to move up here for like a month. Let them know you're here. I'm thinking to myself, dude, I don't think I can live here for a month without you eating me.
Yeah,
I mean, you're already like licking your lips, looking at my chops. Nah, I think you eat people, so I'm gonna get the
wearing my ass as a fucking helmet.
Each cheek is a face fucking mask.
Your nose guard. What would be the nose guard? Woo! Ooh, I can see it now. That fucking crazy fuck. So then the fucking drummer goes, and he's got these like fucking maps that you saw back in science class, and your fucking old science teacher had, of the topographical maps and shit of the area. And then
I like what he did here, though. This is when he was talking about the Native American names of they pumped them out into the topographical system of maps, and basically it spit out all of these mountain ranges with all of these Sasquatch related names, and they were always like high peaks and ridges along mountain ranges, and then it concentrated along the friggin' Olympic Peninsula and up into Washington. That was friggin' really interesting to see that there are so many peaks and valleys, or peaks and ridges named after Sasquatch for a reason, because that's usually where we find them.
But that's where his cool talk stopped.
Ended. Yes, it got a little
roller
fucking
coaster
sideways
went
after that.
Down a shit woo of a track. It went woo.
Yeah, there's stories of them being able to be invisible.
Yeah,
there's stories of them being able to psychokinesis, talk to you in your mind. There's the whole woo train just.
And all while he's saying this, you're seeing this ghost Indian riding a horse through the forest.
Oh my God, dude, you're just like, where did this guy come from? Being a native,
with that synchronized little fucking hand piano that he's got. Oh, fuck, that was great.
Yeah, that just horrible.
So then this is when they go back to the old nutball on the mountain, and he's wearing a fucking fox hat mixed with something else.
Pack rat. I'm not exactly sure what that was either.
This guy was creepy. And so the camera guy walks up with the nutso, and they're talking about fucking what's going on, and then he's showing him like breaks and shit like that. But then he starts talking about these warring two clans that he just stayed out of it, and fucking these two clans of Bigfoot were having a war, and that's why this tree right here was broken. It just cracks me up. But yeah, so from there they went to what's it called? Oh no. After that, he showed him those bigger broken branches and shit like that. He talks a little bit more, but then like as he's talking, they're filming him, right? And if you pay attention, this is after he talks about the Warring Clans. Pay attention to the little fucking troll guy, and he's like smiling and grinning as he's telling this story to the camera guy and everything. So it's like he's a fucking liar. And then there's that scene. Oh, can you show me where this something? Oh, God, yes. Come with me. Remember that scene? Fucking weirdo, dude. Oh, man, dude. So then fucking, what's it called? From there, they cut and they go to that hair guy, Dr. Orville Redenbacher or whatever. And
Orville Redenbacher.
How
many fingers am I holding up, buddy?
Talks about... So
how about now?
Popcorn guy, and the fucking they talk about a tree twist, and he shows a twisted branch or some shit, and then fucking from there the drummer guy starts talking about something, and oh yeah. He starts talking like about Gorilla, and they're showing like pictures of this like greasy, nasty keyboard being typed on. It just looks like dude was eating old brownies and meatloaf.
Well, yeah, it's probably his keyboard.
Spaghetti.
He's a smoker too, so it was pretty just like nasty.
It was gross.
Why don't we take this break to say hello to the people who are out there in the live chat room tonight? We'll see what's going on out there because there's a whole bunch of people there. Let's see here. Mr. Dave Jackson is in the house with us tonight. Midnight Hailstrom, he's out there as well. Andy Tesh. Yes, I think that's right. Andy Tesh. Like test. Yeah, I think we got that right. Starshine, I'm glad you should come join us as well. Dean Cooper, our quasi-terrorist. He is fantastic. Mr. Cameron Young, of course, we mentioned him earlier, our tattoo on BEW Island. Let's see here. Who else is hiding out there? Sam Rivera. That's right. I just challenged you to come on our show. That's right. Our topical show. We're going to be doing the Sierra Sounds, and we're going to be three of us hosted by Mr. Cameron Young, or moderated by him anyhow. Let's see here. Dave Jackson. I'm pretty sure I mentioned you already.
Dave Jackson.
We're just going to move up here a little bit. James Dalrymple. That's right, sir. I'll have me a James Dalrymple, and it better be top shelf. And if you watered it down, I'm going to kick you in the balls.
And send one down to Dave Jackson.
That's right. Your Hobo Man 5 is out there with us. Kurt Harris. Glad you could join us as well.
He knows Dave Jackson.
Dave Stumpf. He's out there as well.
Jackson.
The life and times of JCM, that crazy bastard, Jevin Moore, our Jesus Christ of Monterey Bay. Yeah, that's a mouthful. It just keeps getting longer, sort of like David Bator's credentials. Let's see who else is. Levi Erickson. Hey, did you know that New Orleans was discovered by the great explorer Levi Erickson?
Did you mention Dave Jackson yet?
Yes, absolutely. We have mentioned Dave Jackson. Let's see who else. Say What Gaming. Glad you're out here trolling our comments.
Say what?
Say what? That's right. Don't miss What the Flock podcast. That's right, about raising baby birds in the home. What the Flock? That's on our sister channel. I don't have a name for it yet because I don't have 100 subscribers, but you can find us on Facebook at What the Flock podcast. Let's see who else is floating. Rod Dupree in the place to be.
In the place to be.
That's right. Who? Buck Nye, the Bigfoot guy. That's right. We love your post, Buck. I'm so glad you're back, dude. I don't know what happened to you, but we're glad you've returned.
Love that guy.
Did I mention Dave Jackson yet?
Dave Jackson.
Kurt Harris. I'm pretty sure I might have mentioned you way long ago, but maybe a friend of James Jackson. Starshine, waiting in the sky.
With Dave Jackson.
Fool crazy. That's right. You just a fool crazy.
Dave Jackson, fool, you crazy.
Sorry, I had something in my ass. I had to scratch it real quick. Let's see who else is Stuart Wright. That's right. You ought to be a character on Martin. Oh, nobody remembers that show. Okay, sorry. That was long before Bad Boys. Bad Boys.
I bet Dave Jackson remembers
it. Dick. How many fingers am I holding up? Oh, well, it looks like...
I can't believe I fucking said 7.
It looks like that's who's hanging out. If you haven't posted a comment in the chat, I can't say hi to you live on the show. And we are live on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific. Figure out what time that is in your time zone.
That's the Pacific Ocean. People.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Pacific time. That's the Pacific Ocean, in America. Bigfoot. Rawr! Back to the show. Oh my God, in heaven help us sometimes. Leslie Laws there of Lounge.
All right, so
that's Sir Wesley.
Sir. Yes.
I faked an accreditation, damn it, and I deserve it.
Right. And what were we talking about? Gorillas and shit.
Gorillas, yeah. That greasy ass keyboard.
Yeah. Then they cut to a scene from there, and the camera guy is fucking checking his email, and of course he got one from Dave Jackson. So then they move on to fucking the drummer guy, and this is where I fucking lost my shit and started laughing so hard because the fucking drummer dude basically gives that whole like if you're a Trailer Park Boys fan, that when fucking Ricky tells Lucy that he wants to be friends with the Benedicts and shit, like basically this drummer guy gives you the speech that he wants to be friends with benefits with Bigfoot.
Yeah. he wants to be close to Bigfoot.
Yeah. So after that, fucking the hair guy, the doctor, Redenbacher or whatever the fuck, he talks about sausage.
Our deliverance moment of the week.
Right. So the hair guy talks about sausage poop. Remember, he talks about that big pile of fucking sausage. He called it sausage. Sausages. Sausages.
Hey, Plot, how long are them sausages? 2 more minutes, Turk. Just 2 more minutes. You told me 2 minutes 5 minutes ago. I know, just 2 more minutes.
You know what nemesis means?
It's actually what's on my TV right this very moment.
I fucking love that movie.
Oh.
So after the hair guy talks sausage poop, the fucking camera guy, he's making noises, and then he hears a scream, and they don't talk about it after that. You hear a good loud right after he makes a noise. So then the fucking camera guy goes, this is weird, okay? He's out in the woods, and he's doing a call or whatever the fuck, and then he hears a scream, they cut, and it's like one of those breaks to a commercial, right? And then they come back, and it's dude getting ready to go out into the woods. I got so lost in that, like the way they did that scene. But so then he fucking is getting ready to go to the woods after hearing this scream. You don't hear about the scream anymore after this, and then he goes out into the woods again. So then from there, the drummer, he clearly fucking directed this movie, this fucking
right. He edited
documentary.
this movie.
So he's like, I want a scene of me purchasing a draft beer because
that's what cool guys do.
Yeah. So this fuckstick goes walking into this fucking bar, and he sits down smiling and he's looking at the camera the whole time, and he's like, "I'll take a draft beer, please."
I'll have a draft, like no particular type of draft beer, jackass. No, I'll have. What do you have on tap? I'll have a Miller.
This,
I mean, do you have Paps on tap? Because I'm a cheap motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I go there? You know where the Pabst Blue Ribbon brewery is, don't you?
I don't know where it is.
It's at the end of the piss trough at every NASCAR event.
I thought that was Coors Light.
Pabst wishes.
So this part of my notes doesn't make sense because
well, there you go.
It just says camera guy. So
camera guy.
So after the draft guy gets a beer, it says camera guy. So they show the camera guy clearly, and then they move to the drummer guy where he's sitting in that like fucking playgirl pose and he's smoking a cigarette.
Oh my God, yes.
He's talking about fucking finding shit, and oh my God. Says the guy that's out looking, the camera guy's not going to find anything. His odds are like something million to some shit.
It's like, the odds of the cameraman actually filming Bigfoot are like 3 million to 1. Well, maybe even 0, but at least he's trying. I mean, that's literally like
taking those fucking movie drags off of while his hair is blowing.
Mr. Frankfurter.
But yeah, so from there, the camera guy tries knocking on wood for a little bit and doing wood knocks and does not make any kind of a wood knock noise or whatnot. And so from here,
it was like balls on a wet butt.
Yeah, like it was like boop, boop, boop. Yeah, you did it, bud.
Did I actually say balls on a wet butt? And you knew what that sounded like.
Everybody does.
The whack. The whack.
Oh, man.
Wow, do we go places we really shouldn't on this show sometimes?
We sure
Sorry,
do.
ladies. Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So, speaking of balls hitting asses, the camera guy decides to do a hoax and calls a suit guy.
This was cool. This was not a hoax. This was an experiment. Could they realistically fool the viewers with a good suit? Now, here the problem is the guy's camera was too good. Way too good. If he would have jacked out like mom's friggin' VHS, full size friggin', up on the friggin' shoulder, running around trying to film with that piece of shit, he probably could have made a realistically believable video. But he was using like friggin', National Geographic style cameras that are filming gazelles running and drinking and getting eaten by crocodiles and shit. That was the kind of camera he was using. So, but
it was a big fucking camera.
Anyhow, we'll go through it here. But yeah, that dude, that was an expensive suit.
Yeah, and so from that introduction and everything, they go to like getting set up and talking about what they're gonna film, and they're showing the dude getting the suit on and everything like that. And then they have him do, the take several times. Like they have him go a certain way, the way he was filming it, and then he's like, well, I want to do it a little different here, and then go this way this time. And I think they do it like 3 times.
3 or 4 times, right. And that just goes to show, too, that when you're trying to film a believable hoax, you're going to do it repeatedly over and over a few times because you're not going to get it right on the first friggin' try. When they found all the prints in Bluff Creek and when others came and investigated directly afterwards, there was no evidence of multiple takes anywhere up and down that creek. There was literally just these one set of Bigfoot tracks that led off through that sandbar and back out to the creek, and that was it. So how does the guy pretty much, sick with cancer and an old cowboy fake it perfectly on the first try.
That's what they talk about next. It's the Patty film and how it's the real shit, basically. You led right into that perfectly. But yeah, so that's
why they call me a host, yo.
And so that's where they talk about it being the real shit and everything. And so then basically this ends, and I like it because the Bigfoot walks and sits down, and the credits start rolling on one side, and the Bigfoot's sitting over here, and then you watch the Bigfoot take his gloves off, and then take his mask off, and then he reaches into his suit, and he pulls out a pack of cigarettes, lights a cigarette, and like the credits are rolling, and you're just watching this guy in the Bigfoot
huge billows, dude, just like giant puffs of smoke coming out of dude.
Yeah. And that's when the credits just there's a little picture of Mark Evans at the end that just,
it says I love bear sex.
Yeah.
I heard that on the internet one time, but I don't know if it's true or not, but I did. I read that on the internet that Mark Evans likes bear sex.
We should make stickers.
You didn't hear it from us, but we read it somewhere on the internet that Mark Evans likes bear sex.
Make a meme, people.
That's a really long meme. Hey, that's actually going to wrap it out of this edition of Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. Wow, we got the giggles before the show and all through the show, so it's kind of fun. I like this one. Besides the douchebag drums in the woods, there's a few concepts that come out of this one that I like. The fact that that they try to make the believable hoax at the end of the video is really what I like. Most about this one is because the guy was honest about it. He's like, he's going to be small and I'm going to have to obscure him behind everything. So if I would have gotten perfect shots of it, you'd always be able to tell that it's a man in a suit with a good camera. Use a shittier camera, though, and you very well may have been able to pull off a bunch of crap. What's your final thoughts on it there, Chiefo?
I like it. I think if they would have got rid of drummer dude and the fucking creepy old fucking woods with his battling clans, and they just like showed a bit more of him making that hoax video or not hoax video or whatever it's called, and then like just a few more things, they would have had a legit ass documentary, I think.
Yeah, if they would have gotten rid of the woo, most of the woo that was in it, I think it would have been, that was the 20 minutes that was extra that we probably could have done without, was all the woo crap. But hey, to each their own. They like to present all sides.
You got to see Larry Lund.
Larry Lund. As far as the dude goes, though, Mr. Sunglass or Mr. Square Frame guy, where is he now? What's he done lately? Is he still out there beating the drums in the woods? If you guys know that guy.
He broke his drum set, and he's tried to raising money. Local bake
gotta
sale.
go fund me for a new drum set for douche with drums in the woods part 2.
Drumming with Sasquatch.
Drumming with the Bigfoot. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us. Hey, join us Wednesday night for the Squatchers Lounge podcast. We're gonna be talking.
Who will be there?
Everybody will be there.
Dave Jackson will probably
be there. We're going to be doing the Mount St. Helens, the Mount Rainier, and the Olympic, or not the Olympic, but the Washington Bigfoot Triangle. I think they even talked about that in this particular documentary.
Yes, they did. They actually
Anyhow,
did.
We're going to be talking about that Washington State Sam Squanch on Wednesday night with Dr. David Backdorf, usually around 8 p.m. We'll see what happens. And then, next Sunday again, it'll be What the Flock number 2. What are they going to be talking about? I don't know. We talked about budgies humping this week. Maybe we'll talk about cockatiels humping next week. Things hump on What the Flock. That's how we do it. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. For your old pal Wes, I'm Reverend Jeff saying, ha! May the Squatch be with you.
See you later, Dave Jackson. Netflix available.
That's right.
Documentary.
Didn't have a real name. It just said Bigfoot.
Talking balls.
That's whispered over to BBC.com.
They're coming for you, Dave Jackson. Run.
Hello, Clary.